Oppenheimer trailer number one. Roll the intro, guys. Welcome back, guys. We are back with probably one of the most anticipated um movies of next year of mine. In terms of I just love Christopher Nolan and I like a lot of this is probably gonna get a lot of awards. The star cast of people in this movie is insane. I'm gonna talk about more after we've seen the trailer. So let's get right into this. Whoa, my God.
We imagine a future,
Yep.
and our imaginings horrify us.
Sometimes they do.
They won't feel it until they understand it. And they won't understand it until they've used it.
Wow.
Theory will take you only so far. I don't know if we can trust it with such a weapon. Choice.
From Christopher Nolan.
Is anyone
Holy shit.
going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
Oppenheimer. 7/21/23. Holy crap, man. I don't know what else to say, man. Oppenheimer. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the star-studded cast that we have. We have Cillian Murphy from I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm trying my best. Um, from Peaky Blinders, he did a fantastic job for that series. I only seen a couple of episodes of that show though. So I can't really say much about it. I watched enough to actually say he did a fantastic job, though, definitely. Um, but and then there's also Josh Peck's in this. Freaking Robert Downey Jr.'s in this. Who else is in this? This cast is insanity. Like I recognize half the cast. That's how bad it was. You got Florence Pugh. Holy mother. You got Florence Pugh, Matt Damon, Jack Q from Boys. You got Rami Malek. Oh my God. You got uh wow. This cast. Ben Affleck. Freaking what? Who is not in this cast? Gary Oldman. Bro, who is not in this movie? You got the goddamn guy from Han Solo. You got Alex Wolff. You got what? There's not one person in this movie that you don't know. If someone doesn't know someone in this movie, like Matthew Modine and James Reman, are you kidding me? Like, who else is not in this movie? I think we just saw James Redeem in a movie that we recently watched. Emma Durmain. I know this person from somewhere. Yes, The Gifted. I watched a little bit of The Gifted, so forgive me for that. But Emily Blunt, like Who is not in this movie? Okay, and now we're gonna also talk about another thing about this movie. A Skarsgård is in this movie. I don't even know this person, but an actual guy that's probably related to Bill is in this movie. Um, so as I was saying, maybe I don't know, but I'm just gonna guess. But anyway, we're gonna talk about one of the biggest things about this is that um uh bro, I'm blanking out. Christopher Nolan just announced one of the biggest things in movie history that I never saw coming. He said that he recreated the Trinity nuclear explosion without CGI. Repeat that sentence. He recreated the Trinity nuclear explosion without CGI and just practical effects. So, what that means is that basically he used practical effects. Usually, a lot of horror-based people use practical effects back in the 80s and the 90s, and they also use it nowadays to make it more scary and stuff. They don't really use CGI because when you use CGI, sometimes it doesn't come out that great. Like Marvel movies, they have to use CGI. Like Avatar, that's basically a CGI movie. Like you can't get away with it. Because it's a big blockbuster, and usually that's how it works. Um, but when you're relying on practical effects to do certain things, it's harder. And this was the most hardest thing he had to do in film history with, well, basically this was the hardest thing he had to do in his directing um like history or filmography. He had to make a nuclear explosion with just practical effects, basically. Just practical effects, no CGI whatsoever. So that means it's computer generated images. I'm actually going for editing, so I knew what that meant. But basically it's just like a bunch of like computer stuff that they use. It's like all effects that um it was invented later on in like this time period, like 2000s and beyond. um and sometimes it looks good, sometimes it's not, and it's like I don't know, but bro, I just can't believe that is gonna look insanity. um I don't know, what do you guys think? um uh it's gonna be insanity. This cast looks fantastic. There's not one person you don't know. And I did see Josh Peck in the trailer, so definitely Josh Peck is in this. I didn't know if I saw anyone else, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys and girls.